and Safety. Roll call, please. Here.
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 Are there any conflict of interest statements?
No, sir.
Okay. Approval of the minutes of the meeting of January 8th, 2026.
Motion to approve those minutes.
And I second them.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Bid openings, I don't see any. Number 6, matters from other department heads or their representatives. Nothing.
Nothing.
Moving on to correspondence number 7. Letter A, correspondence received from Jeffrey Long, Chief of Police, requesting the approval of the resignations of the following probationary officers effective January 11th, 2026. Yesenia Martinez, Darvette Ham, and Alberto Batista.
Motion to approve Chief Jeffrey Long's.
I second. I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter B, correspondence received from Dean Button, City Engineer, recommending the approval to extend the 2025 annual resurfacing contract with Milestone Contractors North Incorporated through 2026.
Contractor Milestone's been doing our resurfacing project for some time. In this case, they offered to extend their current pricing for another year. We reviewed that request and would recommend to the Board of Public Works and Safety to approve that request.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Letter C, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting the approval of change orders number 5 through 8 for the Kennedy Avenue Road Diet. The project is currently under budget.
Yeah, so I came last week and asked you to approve 9, and 5 through 8 hadn't been approved. That was totally my fault. So that was, there's a list of all of the different items in my cover sheet that talks about handhold relocations and other various things. There's no additional cost. The project's going to be about $50,000 under budget. So the money that's in the program is already covering this cost. I'd ask for your approval.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter D,
Thank you.
correspondence received from Dean Button requesting the approval of the annual agreement for True Green Commercial for the continued lawn treatments at City Hall, submitted for approval.
Ask for approval as presented.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Letter E, correspondence received from Brian Miller, Director of Public Safety, Purdue University Northwest, advising of the homecoming event being held on February 5th, 2026 at the Cube Sports Complex, and requesting permission to park in resident-only areas in the local neighborhoods this evening from 6 p.m. through 10 p.m. The streets affected would be the 73 and 7400 blocks of Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, California, and Colorado. Also requesting permission to park on the J.F. Mahoney Drive without blocking the roadway. Flyers will be delivered to residents.
So I'm just wondering if a conversation can be had with Chief Miller regarding using the rear lot at the Gene Shepherd Center first before, I know it's February, so it's going to be a little chilly, but I'm just thinking, it's an inconvenience to the residents over there. If that's our only alternative, I guess that's okay, but we should notify the residents. I'm sure you would. But I'm just wondering if we have alternative spots around there. And also, JF Mahoney Drive still has that little, kind of a drop-off with no shoulder, so I would just be worried about that as well. And it's pretty narrow, and I know people fly around there a bit. So I don't know, maybe a conversation with Chief Miller
I'll give him a call.
to see what's best.
Yeah, I remember he did this last year. He does a really good job of putting out flyers to
Okay.
the residents, but I'll speak with him and see if that's a possibility.
Yeah, just as a check, and I don't remember it from last year. I'm sure you do. So just as I read that, that's what I was thinking.
Okay. No, yeah, we're good. Yeah.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter F, correspondence received from Bernard Gazzolia, Fire Chief, requesting the approval for the following firefighters to be appointed effective January 20th, 2026. Timothy Jenkins, Trey Cook, and Noah Angel.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Matters from board members, either of you have anything?
No, sir, Chief.
Okay. Number 9, new business, letter A, unsafe building law demolition lien for 1305 171st Street, submitted for approval.
So just to make the record, 1305 171st was, the demolition order was affirmed by this board. Bids were received. The second notice before the bids were received was sent out also publication. The work was performed as indicated on the invoice presented to you, and this is the hearing to approve the work that was performed and to allow us to then record the lien. So I'd request, given the proof of the work performed, that the lien be approved as presented.
Okay.
And the property is knocked down. I know that because we've been in
Yes.
touch with the bank. So
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter B, website maintenance agreement with Green Leaf Web Studios received from IT, submitted for approval.
Motion to approve.
I second.
That's okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter C, agreement with Yak Tech Incorporated, Andy Yakubik, received from IT for technical support and consulting, submitted for approval.
Motion to approve.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter D, credit application with All-Phase Electric Supply, received from Public Works Department, submitted for approval.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter E, disposal authorizations received from the Hammond Police Department, submitted for approval. He like stares at me or something.
Okay. Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Letter F, right-of-way permits received from engineering, submitted for approval.
Good morning, Board.
Good morning, Mark.
We have two, they're NIPSCO, just gas, residential gas, just to redo their hookups. And also, I would recommend approval of those two.
Okay,
Motion to approve.
And I second.
And one other thing, we had a snafu with a permit that was from October last year. And engineering department went through their procedures and are tightening up the dates that they put down. They're going to be allowed to only do the work on those specific dates instead of months later.
Oh.
we voted on this when? You said a few months ago?
No, yeah, there was a permit that was in October that they just went out there and did this past week.
Okay,
So it kind of got out of the knowledge of people.
okay,
So we're going to put down specific dates where they're going to have to do the work.
so you'll bring that before us then
Yes,
when you get the
same
dates?
as always. So
Okay.
the building department's aware of this too. They had an issue with somebody going out there and doing some work, and it was from October. Nobody really remembered
Okay.
the permit, so.
So it wasn't done, they're gonna bring the new dates to us, yeah.
Thank you.
Go ahead, so you make,
I did, but we didn't do all.
okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter G, agreement to rehabilitate property located at 1728 Stanton Avenue, submitted for approval.
requested approval as presented. This is based upon a inspection report by Mr. Pollock.
Do we need a status right before that date?
Please.
So May 11th is the date.
Second.
The 7th?
Sure.
Okay,
Motion to approve and set for status for May 7, 2026.
I second.
all in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, number 10, old business. Letter A, status for 7339 California.
I spoke with Mr. Pollock just a second ago, just to set the record. These folks were were here on November 6th. Mr. Luter actually reported to the board that they had recently pulled HVAC permits and believed that it would be done by this date. We've set it for status today. Mr. Luter reported that it is done, and it's going to be rescinded next week. So we'll ask Linda to prepare an order to rescind. Assuming that they've paid all the costs, we can get in touch with them. All done? Costs are paid? Okay, we'll do an order to rescind next week, so no action today.
Okay. Okay, no action on letter A. Moving on to letter B, status for 7415 Montana.
I thought 7415 Montana went through a couple weeks ago on it, or that was 7305, or did?
It did.
It was this
Yes.
one, right? Yeah, I think we already rescinded it,
Yeah, this one was already taken care of as well.
so no action needed.
No action on that one?
No,
Okay. Letter C, status for 6826 through 28 Kennedy Avenue.
Yeah, just setting the status again, and then I'll turn it over to Jordan. This was last before the board on November 13th. The inspections department reported that they were going to check the status of several inspections because we had them here on October 15th, and there was a bunch of things, plumbing, furnace. Jordan mentioned that permits had been pulled, but that inspections were needed. So then we set it for status today, and Jordan's got an update.
Good morning, Board.
Morning.
So I spoke with Mr. Soto, who's the general contractor overseeing the job. We talked last week for the roof and insulation inspection. I expect that this job, they should be almost completed by March, requesting a status date for February 26th.
Okay. Motion to approve and set the matter for status for February 26th.
Thank you,
And I
Board.
second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you. Letter D, Burns Hicks School, 90-day trial closure. Dean Button recommending the continuance of closing the property boundary gate for traffic control at Burns Hicks Elementary School for the remainder of the school year and requests for approval.
Board Secretary reminded me that it's the 90-day period is up. So they came in October, the school, City of Hammond came in October at Burns Hicks Elementary School. There was a problem with traffic around the school from the Tapper side, from the east side of the school. They are closing their boundary fence gate. That gate's being kept closed. That sort of helps with contraflow traffic northbound on Tapper, right? And then on Crescent, Woodward, there's isolation where traffic can't cross each other, right there at the intersection of Crescent and Woodward. I reached out to the safety and security officer at the school. He checked with the principals at Burns Hicks. They agree it's working great. They'd like the permission to extend this through the end of the school year, and they would repeat annually a request to the board in the future, but this would be to extend that closure for the time requested, right? So this is only a 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the afternoon, Crescent and Woodward.
It's been a success, I know that for sure. We haven't heard any complaints since you did it.
I would just ask that it be somehow either Linda or Dean notify principal that they do have to make a request in August, or in July or whatever for the school
Okay.
year agreement.
I can remind them
So
that.
that's on the radar.
Okay. Thank you, Dean.
Sure.
Motion to approve.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you
you.
very much. Number 11, late run to registration hearings. I don't see any. And number 12, meetings now open to the public. I don't see any public. Well, Chris, kinda, I guess. Okay,
Okay.
good.
Motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor,